This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet, I'm one of the lucky ones.
Shut the fuck up!
People are suffering. People are dying.
Shut the fuck up!
Entire ecosystems are collapsing.
Shut your fucking mouth!
We are in the beginning of a mass extinction.
You need to shut the fuck up!
Now I don't ever do ads, so I keep my videos short and sweet, like Greta Thunberg.
How dare you?
Well, maybe not sweet. Now I guess I'll start out by saying I don't have anything against children or people with mental disorders. Why do I have to preface a critique of climate change activism with I don't hate children or people with mental disorders? Well, because they marched a 16-year-old with Asperger's onto the UN stage to talk about climate activism.
How dare you?
I know, right?
I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean.
You shouldn't be here. You should be in school. And that's all part of the ploy. It's the exact same thing as marching children onto the front lines of a battlefield. This is a political battle between opposing viewpoints, so they march a child out simply so that if anyone criticizes them, they can go, oh, how dare you attack a child.
You're a grown man and you're attacking a child. Shame on you. You're attacking a child. You're a grown man. Be a grown-up when you're talking about children.
I think the international left and her parents who are exploiting a girl with many mental illnesses.
You called her mentally ill. Take it back now.
She is mentally ill.
Take it back now.
She is mentally ill. She has autism. She has excessive compulsive disorder. She has selective mutism. She had depression.
You are despicable.
Her mother wrote about this in a book. You can inveigh all you want, but unfortunately you don't have any facts on this.
Oh, how dare you. I didn't want to attack a child. You brought one to a fight. So, game on. No, I'm not saying that Jeff Thunberg is a tool and she knows it. I'm also not ruling that out. But what I am saying is that she's being used as a tool. By who, you ask? Well, I'll let you do the research. Hint, it's the world's largest polluter who never gets mentioned at any climate change talk. It's the Communist Chinese. Is it a surprise that Chairman Bao here never mentions the Chinese at any of these climate change talks? It's all about the West and what the West is doing wrong. Never China, never the world's largest polluter. Is that a surprise? Now how could that be? If China is polluting double what the US is, and their population is rising rapidly, then how could they be left out of the climate change argument? Why is it the Western world's issue and not the Eastern world's issue?
The People's Republic of China has achieved rapid growth after the opening up policy was implemented 40 years ago. But China's development remains unbalanced and inadequate. It is the broad consensus of the international community that China is still a developing country.
Oh, because they're cheating? How come none of our politicians mention that? Oh, it's because they pay for their political campaigns. Duh. The Communist Chinese pay for so much of this climate change alarmism because their goal is to deindustrialize the West. To take away our ability to compete with them so that they can skate far ahead of us and end up as the world's main superpower. That's the goal, and that's why China is so conveniently forgotten about when talking about climate change. It seems like people don't seem to realize that we still have enemies. We have economic enemies. And in a way, real enemies. They put lead in the toys that they give to our children. They're poisoning your children. They grow food on radioactive soil and then feed it to you. They're poisoning you. They steal our IPs. China is a soft enemy. China is an economic enemy. No wonder they would pay for people to come here and tell us to stop driving cars and stop using airplanes. They want to skate ahead. That's why none of the environmentalists want to talk about China, because it's a developing country. No, it's not. It's the world's second largest economy. Developing nation? Kiss my ass. The West produces the cleanest energy. China produces the filthiest. And yet, they're supposed to just be left alone to do whatever they want, and we have to change. It's basically an economic attack on the West. Paid for by the Chinese. So stop letting the Chinese pull the wool over your eyes by using children to tell you that we should all go back to the 15th century while they churn out the most poison in the sky that the world has ever seen. The Chinese have no problem using children to manufacture toys and microchips. What makes you think that they would have a problem using them as political pawns? This is nothing more than an economic attack on the West. Using a little girl to push it because they think you're too dumb to realize. This little girl is just a Chinese tool, meant to convince you that we should stop developing and let the Chinese outpace us. If they really cared about the environment, China would be the #1 person they'd be talking to. Fuck the Chicomms, fuck their economic attacks, fuck countries that want to take us down, and fuck using kids as tools. And for this person, well, she seems like a happy girl with a bright future to look forward to. Good luck.